decided, and now the nominees for several Tennessee positions are celebrating their wins before looking ahead to the November elections.
WBIR 10 News anchor Heather Wallaga joins us live from Nashville with a look at the results. Good morning.
Abby and Russell, good morning to you. It is the most expensive gubernatorial race in state history. The leading candidate spent more than $50 million on ads, and it did pay off for a couple. Here's a look at some of the results. In the GOP primary, voters picked Republican businessman Bill Lee. AP called election for Lee just after 10 p.m. with 64% of precincts reporting. He won by 37% of the vote, followed by East Tennessee businessman Randy Boyd, Diane Black, and Beth Harwell. Now, current Governor Bill Haslam congratulated Lee on his victory. We've got that full statement online right now at WBIR.com. And in the November election, Lee will face Democrat Karl Dean for governor. The former Nashville mayor defeated Craig Fitzhugh and Mezianne Vale Payne to win the Democratic primary. The general election is set for November 6th. Abby and Russell.
All right, Heather, thanks so much. We'll talk to you more on Fox 43 News this morning.
And here locally, Knox County now has a new mayor that will come in soon. Republican Glenn Jacobs defeated Democratic nominee Linda Haney for the job. You can read more about all the races at WBIR.com. We're taking